Welcome back to another episode of the Statues Podcast. I'm your host, Danang.
And I'm your co-host, Crystal.
Let's go ahead and start with the clip.
Well, it won't take much of your time.
Parker, now I remember you. You're Connor's student. Tells me you're brilliant. He also tells me you're lazy.
Trying to do better.
Well, being brilliant's not enough, young man. You have to work hard. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind.
All right. I want to repeat that last line. Intelligence is not a privilege. It's a gift. And I'm going to continue to repeat that throughout the podcast because I think it's something that people need to hear and something that people should hear. Mm-hmm. Is that just because you know shit doesn't mean shit. The hard work that people have to match that intelligence with is why we have great and amazing people in this world. Why we have successful people in this world. But it's when people think that intelligence and that alone is going to get you places. That is when we have failures after failures after failures. And yes, I call those people failures. I've learned throughout my life and throughout my career that without the hard work and dedication and the and self-motivation and the drive, that you're not going to get anywhere in life. That no matter how far you move, no matter how much you move out of the way, more will come. This is something that, like, when I first heard it, it struck a chord with me because I know so many people that think they're smart. Mm-hmm. And I know so many people that are smart, that could do so much better in the world, that could do so much better for their people, their community, that are such lazy asses and would rather go do shit that means nothing. Like, there are people out there that are gifted with intelligence. You are gifted with intelligence. There are people like me where I don't have anything like that. Intelligence for me is one of those things that is the hardest thing for me to do. Mm-hmm. To be smart, to know shit. I don't know what 3 times 6 is. I still have to count with my fingers.
I mean, I feel like for you, your intelligence, where your smarts are, it's different. You're not textbook smart. That's like, you're not textbook and like an academically smart. And I'm not calling you stupid, but you, when it comes to other things, you're very smart and it shows. But I feel like it's just how you use it that really makes you stand out.
You bring up a good point, right? Because it takes a lot of self-discipline to learn about what you're smart, like what your smarts are, mm-hmm. right? And before we go on to the next, before we go on with this conversation, I want to bring up another clip here.
Don't get discipline from your parents. You don't get discipline from your parents, from your grandparents, from your older brothers and sisters. You don't get discipline from an external source. You have to get it from you. That's what self-discipline is. You get it from yourself. You get it from you.
I wanted to bring up that clip because I think these two things are very well connected. Mm-hmm. Hard work and self-discipline. People think, there are people that wake up in the morning and they need to listen to music. They need to listen to motivating things in the morning to get their day started. And I'm not shitting on those people. I used to be like that. But there was one thing that I learned. I learned a lot from that. Was that number one, you become dependent. You become dependent on an external source to give you something that will, jolt you for like a good hour before you come back and you're like, mm-hmm. I don't feel it no more.
Like starting at ground zero. Yeah. It's like a Red Bull. You get your high. Not your highs. You get that
jolt of energy.
Yeah, that boost, and then once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
Then you got to take another one, or you got to redo that same step. But I feel like there's a good and there's a bad, because it's like having structure for yourself, but at the same time, and it's like you said, you're depending so much on that structure, and sometimes that structure, and it's like you said, it doesn't last very long, so it might not be like as helpful, but it could start your day off right.
Yeah, and let me explain to you guys, right? I used to be like that. There was a point in my life where I had no more drive, no more nothing. And so the only way I could get up in the morning was turning on it was this clip, and I don't know who it was, and I don't remember what it was, but it was, it's a long time, but it was just this guy yelling, and he was saying, get the fuck up. If you don't get the fuck up, who will for you? And that's how I had to get my day started. But then as I went throughout, as I continued doing this, I started to realize that I couldn't do this no more. That I needed to be able to do it for myself. That when I got up in the morning, I knew why I got up. I didn't need to be reminded of why I got up. And this is how you succeed. This is how you succeed, because now you don't need someone to tell you. You don't need someone to remind you. You're reminded every day of why you do what you do. And this goes back to self-discipline, right? Is that clip is right. You don't get self-discipline from anyone. Self-discipline comes from you. Self-discipline comes from you and your understanding of certain things. Are you willing to understand? Are you willing to break out of your mold? If you wake up in the morning, and this goes out to viewers, right? Is if you wake up in the morning and you're wondering what the fuck you're doing with your life, you know something is wrong. So listen to that voice. Listen to that voice of what the fuck are you doing in the morning? What the fuck are you doing every day of your life? You're not doing shit. This job that you're working and you hate every fucking day of your life, listen to that, because it's telling you something. And I think self-discipline and intelligence are things that need to be worked on, because people are smart. I've met so many smart people. And these smart people, they come to me with the best ideas. Like literally come to me and tell me, oh, this is what I was thinking, my thought process of this, and this. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's such a good idea.
Yep.
Okay, let's get to it.
Yep.
And then what happens? It falls through. You know why it falls through? Because your lazy ass needs someone else to be there for you, to keep pulling you, to keep pushing you.
There was this, I don't know if it was a quote, but this was something that I saw online somewhere, and they said that the smartest people are the laziest people. But that's I feel like it's true, because they find like the simplest and the most efficient way to get things done, because they want things done. But it goes back to what you said, and I believe it's true, is that when you're so lazy, you need someone else to help motivate you and to help push you, and then you get nowhere. So it's like, what is the point of finding the most quickest and efficient way to get something done if you yourself aren't motivating yourself?
Yeah. And and I don't want people to listen and get that wrong, right? Because it's true that the smartest people are the laziest people. But let me fix that phrasing so that people don't get it wrong. Is that you being lazy every day of your life does not mean that you're smart, and does not mean that you're getting anything done. What we mean is these smart people that get shit done are getting shit done because they're lazy and don't want to do it the long way like everyone else.
Exactly.
They sit there and they think about these things, and they break everything down and try to figure out, what shortcut can I take that will not fuck up my productivity and still get the work done the way I need it to get done. That's what I'm talking about.
It's like maximizing your time.
Exactly.
If there's 8 hours during your workday, and there's a project that, let's say, takes like an hour or 2 hours, how can they efficiently, do things so that they can reduce it to maybe 30 minutes to an hour, so that they're making sure that their time is used productively.
Self-discipline and intelligence, these things when you look at it, some people think self-discipline is, okay, you know what? This is my built schedule. I'm going to work this schedule. But let me tell you something, is that what I've learned about self-discipline is self-discipline was the act of knowing what I wanted and how I was going to get there. It wasn't a schedule for me. It was, right now I'm still young enough. Right now I don't have other commitments. So let me commit to this one thing. I knew that what I wanted and where I wanted to be were on two very different playing fields. And knowing that they were on two very different playing fields, I knew what I had to prove. And what I had to prove was I could do it. Not that other people think I could do it, that I could do it. And so every day I started. And it just starts with the small things, right? When you first start, you got to understand, like, there are two types of people that start. The people that are motivated and go at it and go at it and go at it. Or the people that are unmotivated but are disciplined and keep going at it thinking nothing will happen. And I was one of those where it was like, shit had happened to me already. I'm going to just do this because what else do I have? And I did. And I kept going at it and I kept going at it and I kept going at it until I found a passion in it. And then I found this striving passion and I found a group of people that wanted the same thing that I did. And it brought back this flame. It brought back this confidence. This confidence that, ooh, I still have it. And you keep going at it. Self-discipline is a lot of work. No one's going to tell you what self-discipline is. That's why it's called self-discipline. Self-discipline is knowing that you're a fucked up person. And so what are you going to do to stop? Self-discipline is knowing that your lazy ass gets tired at like 3 p.m., but you're not going to stop. You're going to keep going. Self-discipline is knowing that I need to wake up at 6 in the morning so that I can start my work. And I'm going to keep going until I finish it, no matter what it is. It took me a long time. But this self-discipline has also allowed and helped me to build everything that I have now. And it's like I've said, I'm not smart. But I do know what I like. And that's more important than having the intelligence, is knowing what you like and focusing on what you like.
That's true. I feel like if you know what you like and when you apply it to like a job, especially for you, you know, you enjoy doing this, then you really enjoy working. And we've talked about all the time that you enjoy working more than you do, you know, relaxing and just, you know, like reading a book or just uselessly wasting your time because it's something that you enjoy, and it doesn't feel like work sometimes. It just feels like you're just doing a fun project, and then now we got to do something else, then we got to do something else. That's it. If you find a job that you really like enjoy, or sorry, a hobby, turn it into a job. A lot of people started, like, for example, a lot of people, you know, that love to do, you know, like stationery and all that, they turn that into a full-blown business. There was this girl that I've been following on Instagram for a long time. You know, she just started it just because she enjoyed it, and now like 4 or 5 years later, she has a storefront. Her subscription business is successful still, and she has a full-blown website. So it's like, why not just turn your hobby into a job?
Yeah.
But
and that's smart. That's intelligence, right? And this is what I mean, right? Is intelligence isn't what we were taught growing up. Intelligence isn't knowing what 2 times 2 is. Intelligence is knowing everything about you and what you are capable of. And everything that you're capable of, how do you make that into a business?
yeah, but you know that I feel like, and this is just my personal opinion, I feel like the only downside to turning your favorite thing to do or like a hobby into a job is that sometimes you'll hit that block and you'll eventually really hate it because it's not making you money, or you're just not loving it anymore because now your financial income is dependent
But
on that thing. But I feel like that's normal. But
that's humans though. Humans grow bored. We as humans, that's what we are. Is we are creatures of we are creatures that need something all the time. Whether that be a hobby, whether that be something. But that's what humans are. We are just creatures of this natural habitat we call the world. And you know, it's true. You will get bored. But I'm not talking about you'll get bored and just stop. I'm talking about, like, for example,
bored
if-
and
if-
upset though, like it just depends because for you there was a time where, and we say it all the time, is that sometimes you hate this job, but at the same time you love it just as much.
yeah, and I started this as a means to get into the music business. So when I started by helping artists record music. Did I know what I was doing? Nope. But let me tell you how it started. Was I pulled up YouTube and I wrote, how do I record vocals? And that was the day before I was going to record someone rapping. And that's how it all started. Is how do you turn one thing into another thing? So because of that, it turned into me helping artists record. And then I learned how to record singing artists. And then I learned all what the effects were about. I learned about mixing and mastering. I learned about the difference between recording rappers and the difference between recording singing artists. And then I moved from now that into me writing raps and then me rapping. And so now it became a progression of, from when one thing stops working, what do I do? Because I was no longer recording artists, because at that time I'd shut down one of the businesses. So I was no longer recording people. But I still had that burning desire to be in front of the camera, in front of the computer, to do it all. So the best way was, I'll just do it. And so I did. And when I did, it allowed for me to really just take my time with it. Now I wasn't pressured because this is my stuff. Let me just work on my stuff. And this is a little bit of intelligence and a little bit of self-discipline, right? Is not stopping. Okay, so it went from me writing raps and recording raps, and then me finding a passion in that again. So now me setting up a secondary company and saying, okay, what went wrong in my first company? So I started writing a list down. Okay, so I knew all this went wrong. So I started to structure the company off everything that went wrong. So how does it go from a kid that just wants to get behind a computer to record artists to owning a business, owning two businesses? See, this is what we call intelligence. You can't be lazy. If you're lazy, it stops.
Yeah.
If you're lazy, it will stop where it could have stopped. It could have stopped when the company ran down and I wasn't recording for any artists anymore. But I wasn't lazy. And motherfuckers that think that, anyone can do it? Yeah, anyone can do it.
Why don't you do it?
No. See, I can even tell you, why don't you do it? But let me get into this. Let me go a little further. Get someone to trust you to do it.
You're still learning.
I learn every day.
So if you're still learning, then what about them?
Because
Takes time.
when you think you're too smart, that's the end for you. You're not willing to learn no more. But for me, when we had Katrina and we were working on her singles, and we went to the studio, I sat back there and I was watching the audio engineer do things. So now I looked at his setup and I'm like, oh, how does this connect to that? How do you get this into the booth? How did you do this? How did you do that? And then it went from, Oh, okay, I see him. I see him tuning up the vocals like this. Okay, I see. Oh, he uses this effect. He does this. He does that. Oh, he makes Katrina sing like this. Oh, okay, I get it. I get why he does certain things. This is what I mean is, if you're intelligent but you're not hardworking and you're not willing to work hard, and working hard sometimes mean standing behind and letting them do their thing. You just watch from afar. You learn from them. I built a relationship with that audio engineer. To this day, we still talk. Levi, we still talk. Amazing guy. If you're from the Mississauga and Brampton region and Toronto region, go to Welcome to the Stew. Amazing guy. Absolutely amazing. Best energy ever. He just set up a whole new studio.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. But this is what I mean. Is like, yo, I'm smart enough to not fuck up my relationships, my business relationships. I'm also smart enough to let him do his work so I can sit there and learn. Everyone's got a method to their madness. So let me learn about the madness. Let's do this madness shit together, bro. Mm-hmm. And now look at it. Him and I, we have a great relationship. If I need studio time, I'll message him. I'll DM him. Yo, you got any studio time? Yeah, I do. Yo, what's up? Pull up. That's it. Great. I'm there. But this is what I mean. It's like, you got to be smart. You got to be self-disciplined to know how to do certain things, how to tread. In this world is not as linear as what we thought it was when we were growing up. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've learned, is that nothing is as linear as I thought. Everything ends up somewhere. And where it ends up, you're never going to know. But you know what? You got to enjoy that journey too. And it comes with a lot of self-discipline. I disciplined myself because I realized that I fucked up in my early 20s. Why? I had something amazing for myself. I had something great. But then I fucked it up. So I sat there, and for the first 4 to 6 months, every day of that was just, yo, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. You fucked it up. But then it gets to a point where it's like, I'm tired of saying to myself, I fucked it up. So you just start again. It's a self-discipline of, you know that if you start, many people are going to look at you and say you're going to fail again. That you know that you're going to tell yourself that you're going to fail again. Because you're so down on your luck. You're so down on yourself. But you got to keep going. And you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going. And you know, like, I think self-discipline is it's hard. And it takes a mental toll. But let me also tell you is that the mental toll that you take from self-discipline is not going to be as bad as the mental toll that you take from fucking up your entire life because you had no self-discipline. Mm-hmm. So which one you want? I'd rather take the self-discipline and better my life and you know, learn along the way than continuously fucking up my entire career in my life. You know, I hear this a lot from people, right? Is, oh, I want to be this. But then every weekend, what do you see them do? Partying. You see them doing this shit. You see them doing that shit. And then they're only working hard Monday to Friday evening. And then out partying Friday evening all the way to Sunday. And I'm not saying that you can't party here and there. Yeah, go have fun. But let me tell you too, right, is the world never stops. The world is 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So while you're partying, someone that's doing the same thing as you, going to the school for the same thing that you're doing, is going to get that job before you. Because your dumbass doesn't see what self-discipline looks like. Your dumbass wants to breathe. Your dumbass wants to de-stress. But let me tell you, There are people that are stressed. There are people that are banging their head against the desk. But they're still farther in life than you will ever be. And that's the honest truth of it. Is that these people that have ambitions to do better in their life, to become a lawyer, a doctor, to work for the finest companies in the world. Let me tell you, I probably know a handful of people that work every day for that career, and they've achieved more in their life than you will, because you have better priorities. You have priorities to party, priorities to be with your friends. If they're your true friends, they will understand what you're trying to chase, and they will be there for every glorious moment that you have. That's what real friends are. They don't need to be there to party with you. Yeah, once in a while it's great. Catch up. Go have a drink. Go celebrate. But it doesn't need to happen every week.
Yeah.
Now, and you know, like, when it comes to this topic, I always get a little heated because I hear what people say. But let me tell you too, right, is I've also learned this one thing is, when I hear what people have to say, I will always call bullshit on everything everyone has to say to me until I finally see it. Prove it to me. I don't need you to tell me it. Prove it to me. People are going to tell me, oh, I'm going to have a YouTube channel. Oh, I'm going to be an accountant. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. My sister's an accountant. My sister also has no life because she's an accountant, because she works so fucking hard for what she has.
No, it's true. It's true.
So what are you working hard for again? Because my sister is an accountant, but can you be an accountant that works so hard that you get all your bosses to trust you with their workload? To trust you. The bosses, they're the bosses. They own the business, but they trust you. They give you the key to open up the shop, bro. You're not even the key holder.
No, she works really hard. Like, at her previous workplace, I remember she would go into work on a Saturday, and then if there's something, you know, if there's like a family event on a Saturday, she'll still go into work and she'll still come back and she'll still, you know,
Yeah.
do what she needs to do.
But this is what I'm saying, right? Is my sister has influenced a lot of the way I look at myself too. And the way I look at other kids. Because my sister works so fucking hard that she's happy. Financially, like, she never got to worry. Financially, she's the one that is there helping my mom and my dad.
And she's almost finished paying off her student loans too.
Exactly. So
Like,
this is what I'm saying, right? Is to all the kids and to all the people that stand there and like, yo, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, because it don't mean shit. Work hard. Do it. Prove it. There's this thing that was going around the internet for like, it's a stupid saying. It's funny. For everything that someone does, an Asian kid does it better. Do you know why that saying exists? Because Asian kids are fucking disciplined.
Yeah, no,
We have to be.
but that's because our parents are disciplined too, though.
Our parents are disciplined. Our grandparents are disciplined. Their fucking parents are disciplined. And look, I get it. The repressed Asian kids are the ones that party the most.
Oh, yeah.
But let me tell you too, right, is I know some people that party a lot, but they work 100 times harder. Okay? They go party, they come back, and they get in their work clothes, and you see them fucking like doing work. And I'm like,
You wouldn't even
okay,
know.
there's a balance.
Yeah.
You found that balance. Bro, like, you can do what you want to do, come back, and still work. That's called balance. Finding a good balance and not making an excuse.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Like that I can attest for, okay? Because like, I agree with it, because there was this girl that I knew in high school, and we're not like, you know, like close friends, but she's an acquaintance, and she's from Hong Kong. And this was continuing from high school too. Okay? She would go and, like, let's say it's a Tuesday or Wednesday night, okay? She'd go to Markham. And when she was attending university here in, in the, in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she would go on a weekday, go to Markham or Scarborough, go eat, go party, come back, and she would still study just as hard.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times I've seen on like like Instagram or Snapchat. And she's out having fun with her friends. Sometimes she's having a party at home and whatnot. But this girl still studied 10 times harder.
Yep.
Like you would never know that she was this socially active. To go hang out, to go party, to go eat, drink whenever she wanted, and still come home and buck down and study these same amount of time.
Look, and that's why I say, like people like that, I give props to, because it's called self-discipline. It's called, I need to go have my fun, but once I set foot back on my property, everything's gone. My phone, everything. I'm gonna bustle down. I'm gonna work now, and everything is about work. Everything is about now. I need to do what I need to do because I've had my fun now, and that's what I'm saying is that's okay, that's great. But there are these people that make lame ass excuses. They go out, they party too much, now they got a hangover, so now they can't do shit. And so what? The next morning, oh, I still got my hangover.
Yeah.
So now you're not studying, you're not doing shit. But this is what I mean, right? Is people complain so much. Oh my God, I just want this job. Oh my God, I want this. Oh my God, I want that. Yo, motherfucker, like, there's a reason why you didn't get it. Because your dumbass thought partying and having fun was a lot more, is more of a priority.
Like when you talk about this, and sometimes I laugh and I smile, and it's, I find it, funny, but at the same time, it's not like oh, like hilariously funny. It's just I see you like get so passionate about it, and it's just like there's this other side of you that like comes out, and I'm like, man, like, why is it that you feel so like? And sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your train of thought, but why are you so passionately talking about this? Like every time it comes to this topic, you're so passionate, and I sit there and I'm always amused by like hearing and watching you talk.
Okay, one of the reasons why I'm extremely passionate about this and why it gets so heated when I talk about it is because they're the generation that also says you should listen to us. They're also the generation that says the previous generation should pass the mantle down. So prove it. Prove to the generations before you that they should pass the mantle. You know how hard I had to fucking work to get my dad's mantle. To prove to my mom and my dad and say, Mom, Dad, I'm a son, but I'm also a businessman, and I got your back. No matter what, I'm going to get your back. I'm your son. That my son will know what it's like to work hard. That my kids, my nephews, your sisters will know what it's like to work hard. Because there was someone that did work fucking hard, and he didn't get a slack. Every fucking day, I think about, can I prove to my parents every day? Can I prove to them? I don't need to worry about my aunts and my uncles. They got their own kids.
Yep.
That shit, you got your own kids. Mm-hmm. But let me prove to my parents, because let my parents be proud. Mm-hmm. Let my parents live happy, comfortably. And I get passionate because it's these kids that come to me and they're like, like, and this goes in the music industry is, yo, I'm so fucking fire. I'm so good. Motherfucker, do you listen to people like J. Cole? Do you listen to people like Kendrick? Do you listen to people like Wiz Khalifa? These people are in the studio all day and night. These people not only know the music, they sat there and learned the business of music, not just music. These kids, they come to me, I'm so fucking fire, my music is dope.
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker, like, tell me why it's dope. I don't need a kid that makes a one-hit wonder. I need a kid that knows what he likes, knows exactly what he wants, so that when I invest my money into you, what happens is we're getting a fair trade. You get what you want, I get what I want.
No, there's a lot of people since I've been with you that have come up, and there's one particular kid that I could think of, and he came to you, with that exact line, saying, "Oh, like this fire, like my music's dope," and then you told him the honest truth, and he got so mad. He got so mad because he couldn't take the honesty of your words.
Yeah. And look, I'm not saying I'm the best rapper. Fuck that. I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is, I grew up watching a lot of these people work hard. And so when I see a kid that's got talent but doesn't work hard, you don't mean shit to me. I can't teach you hard work. I can't teach you discipline. So if you walk in here thinking that you know shit, you know it all, I don't give two shits. You're not worth my time. My time is what? My time is being used to what? Lasso you and tell you, hey, I need this done. You ask any of my artists if I'm on their ass about things. I'm not. That's your career. I can just find another artist. In this business, you're a product. And I could put you back on the shelf. That's how fast it is. Mm-hmm. I'll put you back on the shelf because I don't need you. You're defective. You don't mean shit to me. The artists that I do respect are people that work hard. Like I love working with Katrina. Katrina was one of the best people that I've ever worked with. Because that was the symbolism of working hard. She worked fucking hard. From music videos to her songs to like how she wanted certain things. Yeah, that's called working fucking hard. That is a symbol of let me put my money into you. Yo, let me be a part of that. Mm-hmm. I like that kind of energy. But if you don't work hard, I don't give two shits. When it comes to this topic, I get passionate because so many kids think they're good. So many kids think they're smart. So many kids think they're right. Let me tell you something. It's not about being right. You know, we were just talking about this. There was a quote from Itachi, and let me just say, like, let me find it, okay? Because I think it's fucking important. I think what he had to say was something beautiful. Tell me, where should I go? To the left where nothing is right, or to the right where nothing is left? And let me tell you,
that quote mind blew me.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's
mind
blowing. But let me tell you, he's right, and that's what every kid is. Every kid is aimlessly walking without thinking. They go into the right. That's why they have nothing left when they come back. They go to the left. That's why nothing is going right. Sometimes, man, like I watch these kids and I just want to fucking sock them and just be like, yo, fuck. Like, you are the generation that I'm supposed to depend on.
It's hard. It's hard when each generation that comes, it's for me, like in terms of this, and I don't want to get too into it. It gets kind of sad for me when I see, because the kids that are being raised and the I don't want to say circumstances, but how they are, it's kind of scary, just because the way they're confident, which is good, but be confident in the right reasons, and so sometimes they're just really stupid.
Yeah. See, there was something that my mentor told me, and I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful. He said to me, he is one of those people that he didn't give a fuck about people's feelings. And he said to me, he goes, if you think you're good, then you're not. And I said to him, no, I know I'm good. I know I'm good at what I do. He goes, then why are you still here talking to me?
Dang.
It makes you realize certain things. He goes, I never said I was good. So if I'm not good, why is someone so good talking to me?
He's brutally honest.
I agree. I agree with that. If you think you're so fucking smart, then why are you talking to a dumbass like me? I get passionate because people don't have self-discipline. They think it's self-discipline. And trust me, I thought it was too. When I was like that, I thought it was too. I thought, yo, fuck these people. Yo, so many people got so much to say. But it's also that one thing that I've taught you was when one person says it, and then another person says it, and then another person says it, and then another person says it. Now you really got to sit back and be like, what is it that you're all saying? Because now something is wrong.
Look at the common denominator, because if they're coming to talk to you, then there's a problem.
And I'm not talking about these motherfuckers that are like true haters, like random people that are just like, you suck ass, you know? Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It's people
I'm
that
talking
care
about
you the
real
most.
people that are within your circle of friends. The real people. These real people that don't care about your feelings and are willing to hurt it so that they can see you become better. That thing.
Yeah. You know, I've always said it to you, is that I would want to hear the honest truth from people that I care about, because I'm expecting you to call me out on my bullshit. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me.
Yeah.
You know, don't hide it. So if there is multiple people that are coming to you that care about you and have your best interest in mind, you really have to start questioning yourself.
Yep.
And why it is that they're telling you all this. Because they're not saying it to hurt your feelings. They're telling you because they want to see a change in you so that you can become a better person.
Yeah.
That's
They're not
just-
there to drag you down.
Exactly.
They're there to tell you the honest truth so that they can see you rise.
It's never about gaslighting you. It's about, and it's exactly like you said, to make you rise and be stronger, be better, and be a better you at the end of the day. That's just it.
And look, I get it. A lot of people are just going to say, oh, yeah, these people, they talk a lot of shit. I don't give a shit about what you guys think. I honestly don't give a shit. What I care about is that you guys hear from someone that has gone through his own personal shit, that has gone through everything that you guys are going through. Yeah, I fell. I made a fool out of myself. I made a hell of a fool out of myself. But now I crack out. I crack about it with my dad and my mom. We crack about how, I used to be a dumb kid, bro. I used to do stupid shit.
I feel like when you, and I say this word because I really mean it, when you've grown up and you've acknowledged your mistakes and you've gone to that point, you should be able to laugh about it, because there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, you know, like it helped you learn, but laugh about it because, you know, it's kind of funny to look back on it. Like when you make stupid mistakes like that, it's okay. And, you know, if people joke to you about it, it's fine. It's because that's the past, but they see the humor in it. You should too. Because there's no crime and there's no need for you to be embarrassed about making those mistakes.
There's a humor in everything. You just got to be willing to see it. And when you can grow past your mistakes, it becomes a humorous part of your life, because damn, you used to be like that.
Yeah.
And it just makes you look back and like, I'm not like that no more.
I know, and that's why, like I say, is that only when you have grown up, because when you've grown up and you're in that like mindset, your mindset changes, and and you've acknowledged it, and you've kind of just, like, you're okay with it. You've moved past it.
Yep. And see, and this is one thing that I want to bring up, right? Is I'm not calling this generation, and I'm not calling people stupid. I think this generation is actually one of the smartest generations to exist. To have been able to utilize the everything that they have at the tip of their fingers to build businesses for themselves. That is smart. You have TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Well, I'm on the fence about that, just because, and I'm not denying what you're saying. What you're saying is true, is that that this generation, that they're smart, but at the same time, there are some kids out there in this generation that are kind of like, how do I say this? They do stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, but that comes with this, right? Is with every positive comes a negative. And with the positivity of kids utilizing everything to build themselves businesses, you got like 9-year-olds building empires for themselves, bro. You got fucking kids that from TikTok literally building careers for themselves. Look, an example. Bella Poach, ex-Navy, goes on TikTok, makes a TikTok. Now she got TikTok. She got brands. She has her music career. And, her music is like fucking amazing, bro. I love her music. Not only is she a cute girl, it's just like she utilizes everything at the grasp of her fingers and is able to do it. People that are able to do this, there was, I can't remember. I saw this article. It was about this YouTuber who makes TikTok videos. He started on YouTube, went away from YouTube onto TikTok, made small clips, and then got hired to make a Netflix movie. Bro, that blows my mind. The fact that is a possibility now. Mm-hmm. But that's hard work and dedication and using your abilities to give you these opportunities.
But there are some people that don't see it that way. Because, in terms of Bella, is it Bella Poach? Bella Poach?
I don't know.
There's that one popular TikTok video that she did that I feel like, in my opinion, that blew her up.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what clip I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I looked at the comments and people were like, wow, like, it's so stupid that she could get like millions of views based off of this. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, if that's stupid, why don't you do it?
But let me say this too, right? This is something that, like, it gets very, it's a topic that I know some people will say, right? Is being beautiful is a lot of hard work too, though.
It is. It really, really is.
So to maintain your beauty is number one. It costs a lot. Okay, you're fucking buying these. I buy facial products, bro. So I would know that how fucking expensive it is. It's a lot of work, and yes, some people get it lucky. They're handsome, they're beautiful, and boom, one video makes them viral.
And they're like sponsors.
But now let me tell you too, though, to maintain your viral
beauty.
No. To maintain your viral popularity is a lot of work. Okay, that's a lot of work. It's not only her video, it's her personality. The way she does certain things in her videos. It's cute. Mm-hmm. Guys think it's cute, bro. Like, I think it's cute.
No, it's
the way she dresses is like, yeah, it's sexy, but her personality is so cute that you kind of just like turn in limbo of like, yo, is she this? Is she that? And then like when you hear her music, like that was when I was like, oh, she has a song called Build a Bitch. And bro, like that song was amazing. And not only that, but her her being a viral sensation has allowed doors to open. And then you look at her, who she has in the music video. Mia Khalifa. Then she's got some streamers, and then she got like these people, and like Brent, whatever his name, Brent Rockman,
Bretman Rock.
yeah, that guy. I don't know, but she got that guy on it, and it's like, good job on you. That's what people don't understand is, can you maintain that? Being beautiful is just a leverage, I guess. Mm-hmm. There are people that are not beautiful that do this shit and they make it. Mm. But it takes hard work regardless.
Yeah, it's like how your mom always says that beauty is pain.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's a pain to constantly stay beautiful. It's like you said, to stay beautiful, to stay popular. It really is a pain because you're constantly having to keep up with the trends, and the trends are constantly changing. It's like music, okay? Like there could be music that we listen to in January, okay? And then by the end of the year we're like, oh, it came out. It's so the trends are just like that. Yeah. Trends are constantly changing, and so you got to keep up with it. You got to always stay on top and be within the trend. You know, and it's painful and it's sad because sometimes people spend so much of their time and energy into doing this, and you see like the life gets sucked out of them because they're constantly having to stay within the trend.
Yeah. See, like, and I get the argument that is there regarding these influencers and content creators, right? Is, oh, they're beautiful, that's why they're so famous. But let me also tell you, right, is on TikTok you got a lot of ass shaking, you got a lot of boobs shaking, right? People follow them, but there's only so much ass and boobs before it gets boring.
Yeah, repetitive.
It's like, bro, everyone got ass, everyone got boob, everyone can shake it. Great. Okay, cool.
It's true.
It's like looking, you know, it's like I don't know, it's just like you can see a girl twerk and like her whole TikTok page is her twerking, and I guarantee people, yeah, there are gonna be people that like that shit. But there are also people that just like that shit and then scroll. Like that shit and then scroll. That's it.
So you just like it.
I just like it and then scroll. Or like I see a really cute girl and I'm like, cool. Like, scroll. I'm not gonna follow their page. I follow people like Bella Poach because she's cute, but her career is also expanded into bigger things. Mm-hmm. So when I see her on TikTok, now she's with streamers. Now she's with this Brent guy. Now she's, now she's got music. And then you're like, oh, that's fascinating. Mm-hmm. That's fascinating. You built something.
Mm-hmm. She expanded. Like,
yeah.
And it's like you said.
Huge.
Mm-hmm. She went from being just a little TikToker to moving on to now music, and her career doesn't stop there. Her social media presence isn't just gonna stop on.
It's her personality that it's the personality that she puts out on social media that draws people in, because it's a quirky personality. It's like her little alpaca thingy. It's like, oh, that's cute. I like that. And then I follow people like this girl Nico. I follow her because she's hella cute. But it was just because she was cute, it's one of those like scroll.
No, what draws you to her and to follow her is her, because she does POVs.
Yeah.
And the way and I'm saying this, okay, it's not that I'm saying she's not great, okay? Yeah. But it's just that's just something that I'm not interested in. That's just it. But I can acknowledge that when she does the POVs, and she's a storyteller. Exactly. And the emotions that she's able to portray is and I'm just saying, this is my own personal opinion, is better than any actor and actresses that I've seen, because man, when she portrays emotions, you feel it. Yeah. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to put a small clip here of one of her POVs that I really enjoyed. This way you guys see what I mean is. Go, 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 go. Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you. Nothing on you. She's cute. But if it was just because a girl's cute, it gets old quick.
Yep.
It gets so fucking old quick. And this is what I mean is the world is full of cute girls. The world is full of hot chicks. It gets old. It's your personality that sticks. It's everything that you work into that sticks. People like Bella Poach, people, you know, like even these TikTokers that just do these TikTok dances. It's cool, but it gets old.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, like I can't remember. It was a Filipino girl. A lot of her TikTok dances go viral and people do it. I follow her because I'm like, she's an actual dancer though. Like, you watch her, like, I have an interest in that kind of stuff because I've worked with dancers before.
Is she the girl? She has an older brother
Yeah.
and a little sister.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Her.
I don't know her name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. And it started off as a brother and sister duo, and then they have a little sister that ended up, you know, kind of just, you know, popping in here and there doing TikToks too. I think they're based in LA or somewhere in the States.
Somewhere, I can't remember.
But no, I know what you're talking about.
Because it's like,
she's really good.
I could follow TikTok dances, but I would like to follow her because she's an actual dancer. And when you watch her dance, it's like she's so smooth. But when she hits shit, bro, she hit that shit. And you feel it. And it's like, ooh, okay, cool. That's dope.
Yep. No, I know exactly. You know, they say when the beat drops.
Yeah.
Whenever the beat drops or whenever it gets to that point and you feel that build up.
Because you know, when you watch it, you know something dope is going to come. And that's why, you know, I follow people like that. Because it's like, you can watch a girl shake her ass, but how long before you're like, okay, cool, it's done now. Scroll. And you know what? Like, I follow a lot of fucking handsome men. And like, there was this one guy, Saigon, I can't remember what his name was, Saigon Roll or something.
A Saigon Spring Roll? Or,
Yeah,
I don't
Saigon
know.
Spring Roll. But he is a Vietnamese guy that like does a lot of workouts. But like, I like watching him because his personality is so quirky. It's funny. Like watching, like he's not a funny guy, but like watching him is kind of just like, it makes you joyous, and it's like
I think it's
kind of
just
free
his dad jokes that he has here and
Yeah.
there, and his like personality.
Because
That
he
really
always
just-
has chinsu everywhere. Like in his videos, it's just like you see one bottle of chinsu up in the cupboard, and it's like every cut is like another one.
Yep. So chinsu is like
Like a
It's like a-
Vietnamese hot sauce, hot sweet sauce.
almost it's like it's like if sriracha and like the Thai sweet chili sauce had a child.
Yeah.
That would kind of be it. I can't really categorize it because it's like it's hot, it's sweet, it's a little garlicky, and so. But besides the point, that's not the point. I think it's just his quirky personality that really draws you to him. Because when I watched him, I was like, he's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But in a funny, awkward way, because you could tell that he's not like super, super, super comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But it's something about the awkwardness and it's like I said, the quirkiness that makes you stay and keep watching.
And that's what I mean, right? It's like these people that can build something, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but it also takes a lot of you being self-disciplined and knowing what you want. These people, they know what they want. They're good at what they do, man.
Yep.
But it becomes attractive because they like doing it. So when you watch it, you like watching what they love doing.
When they have fun, you have fun.
Exactly.
That's really it.
And that's what I really enjoy. And this is what I mean, like, this generation and the new generation to come has to figure this out. Has to figure out this whole part about passion. Can you do something that you enjoy and be disciplined about it?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't enjoy it, then what good comes out of it?
Mm-hmm.
But what discipline, what hard work comes out of it? Nothing, because you don't enjoy it.
Yep.
It's people that enjoy their work and people that find a means outside of that too, right? Because it's like you said, people fall out of love with it, but can you find a means for why it existed there in the first place? You know, for me, I love storytelling. I love doing all this kind of stuff. So that's why when I watch, you know, people like Nico, I like it because it triggers this storytelling brain of mine. And it's like, oh, the way she story tells is weird because, you know, I watch people like Wong Fu. They're really good at storytelling, but it takes a production. Hers is her by herself with a camera. So it draws this like link of how do you develop this into something bigger? How do you do this into something that could make a whole new generation of storytellers? These people, like, you watch and it's kind of just like you're amazed because creatively, that was dope. I think people that the younger generation has this leverage of being born in a generation where media is everything. So they're able to leverage that and say, okay, let's do it this way instead. For people like me, I'm born in two generations where it's like you still have the hard work, hustle and bustle, like you do it with your hands and it's the old fashioned method. But then you have the new generation and that method, and it's constantly like trying to find a good middle and continuously learning that discipline of this isn't the end. I have to learn. But I'm learning from these kids. But once again, you know, it gets annoying when these kids are kids that like, oh, I know everything. I'm not going to help anyone. I'm just going to do this.
Yeah.
It goes back to that first clip. Being smart is a gift. It is not a privilege. You're supposed to use it to better the world. The world, it needs each and every single one of us. And think about it this way, right? It's if each and every single one of us donated $1, everyone in the world donated $1, we could help everyone in poverty in our country.
Yep.
So it goes the same with everything else. You just gotta be willing to do it, willing to think outside the box sometimes. I wanted to say thank you again to all of our listeners. I apologize if this episode comes off a little, you know, aggressive. It's just I get extremely passionate when it becomes a topic like this. It becomes a topic of the next generation. Because I grew up like that. I grew up where my dad was always saying, it's your generation that is going to change the world. It's the next generation that will change the world. And I agree. But people like me also have to continue to do our part and try to teach the next generation and try to be there for the next generation as much as I am being here for myself. But if the next generation is stubborn and thinks that they're always right and is slacking and is complaining every second, then there's not much I can do. So I wanted to say thank you again for just listening and don't take what I say so harshly. This is just my opinion, my take, my perspective on things. And as life goes on, I will learn to change my perspective and learn new things in life that will help me better myself as a person. I just hope that what I had to say had some impact in your life as well. So thank you again. You can go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and now YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page, like our videos, share our videos. It would mean the world.
Yes. And comment down below.
Yeah, comment down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know that you're here, you're listening. It'd be awesome, you know. We have been doing this for quite a while. I think this video is episode 50. So thank you guys for sticking with us for 50 episodes.
We released video content before 50.
So thank you. You guys mean the world to us, and thank you for help building up this podcast. This is your host and your co-host signing off. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.